Branding is not one thing. Branding is not limiting. Branding is not about putting armor on you, forcing yourself to fit a mold and be a thing. I get that you want to rely on your talent. I get that. I hear you. And how are you going to get in the doors to let people see that talent? Hi there. Jodie Bentley here, actor and career coach and life coach for actors. And today I want to talk about the truth about branding. Okay, so, there's a lot of misconceptions about branding out there. Branding is not type. Branding is not one thing. Branding is not limiting. Branding is not pigeonholing yourself. I don't believe any of that. Branding is not about putting armor on you. Branding is not about forcing yourself to fit a mold and be a thing. And I think a lot of people just talk about branding in the wrong way. And I know that can cause resistance, right? Look, I hear from actors all the time, right? I've been a career coach since 2008. I've been talking about branding since 2008 for actors. And I get that there's resistance. I get that a lot of you think it's bullshit. I get that you don't want to have to define yourself, that you want to be able to play anything. I get that you want to rely on your talent. I get that. I hear you. And how are you going to get in the doors to let people see that talent? Look, when you're auditioning, when you're doing a self-tape, when you're going in the callback room, whatever, you're not thinking about your brand. You're not telling people what your brand is. That's never how you handle it. The brand is for you to give you clarity about who you are and what you do best, about the stories that you want to tell, the kind of career that you want to have, to give your team direction on how to pitch you, to give you direction on what headshots and sales tools that you can create to allow people to see what you want them to see. Or else you're like, I'm an actor, I'll do anything. Just pay me, I'll do anything. And there's nothing compelling about that. So it is up to you to guide the industry to see you the way you want to be seen. And that's the power of branding. It's you actually taking control of your career to allow your authentic self and who you want to be in the world and in the industry to shine through. And if you are resisting branding, when we resist something and someone tells us what we want to hear, we just feel validated within that, sort of close the door on it. People, look, there's so many opinions in this industry, and this is my opinion, right? And you get to form your own opinion about how you feel about branding. But again, I've seen in the past 13 years the power of it and how it's affected my own career, how it's supported and helped hundreds of my clients get in doors they never would have gotten into before. But if we resist something and someone validates us for that, we go, yeah, great, done. I'm closing the door on this. This was me with Instagram Reels for the longest time. My husband can contest. For the past year, I was like, I'm not doing Instagram Reels. I'm not dancing on a reel. I'm not pointing to words on a screen. Why do I need to do that? I was so mad about it. And other people would be like, yeah, you can do your own thing. You can figure it out. And then I watched other actors and colleagues grow a community and a following by simply dancing and lip syncing and pointing at words and actually having fun. And I was little negative Nelly going, I don't need to do that. I can do things differently. And now I've been doing dancey reels and pointing at words reels. I found my way into it, and it took me a year, maybe over a year, but I found my way in, and now I'm having fun doing it. And now I get the power of it. I understand the purpose behind it and why it works. And it took me a while to get to it. And so, look, I share this with you because if you have been resisting branding or resisting anything in your career, whether it is social media, whether it's doing a self-tape challenge, whatever it is, sometimes the thing that we resist is the thing we need the most. So if you are resisting branding, I get it. But I invite you just to take a step back, take a 10,000 foot view on your career, and ask yourself, are you where you want to be? And look, if you are getting in the doors you want to get into and you're getting the callbacks and you're booking the shit you want to book, I'm so happy for you. But if you're resisting branding and you're having trouble getting an agent, or your agent isn't pitching you well, or meaning you're not getting the auditions that you want to be getting, or you don't feel like your materials are helping, or if something is holding you back, 95% of the time the clients who come to me and having those issues, it is a branding issue. And the branding issue isn't for casting directors. It isn't for you to tell everybody. It's the work that you do behind the scenes because you're a business owner. And you want to have clarity in the product that you are putting forward. And when you get in the room, you just let that talent shine, right? The branding is to get you in the room. That's all. And to have your agent understand you to go, yes, I'm going to sign them. I'm going to work with them because they get who they are. And I understand how to pitch that. So I just had to come on and say this today. I really want to know what you think and feel about branding. What's been going on in your head about it? How has it supported you? How have you been resisting it? Let me know in the comments below. Because again, for me, it was the thing that changed my career. And that's when I started coaching actors on it. That's when I started sharing my system. And I just see the changes that happens when actors feel empowered and can say, this is the career I want. These are the stories that I tell. These are the roles I want to book. This is the through line of the characters that I want to be playing in my career. There's power in that clarity, and people feel it. I recently did have a client of mine had a general meeting with a casting director, and she literally said, look, I typically play women who are blah, 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 and these are the themes of the stories I tell, and this and that. And he was super impressed of like, wow, you know who you are. And that's what branding is. It's about you knowing who you are and then making it clear to everybody else. Think of it as being able to share your point of view with the world effortlessly. All right, let me know what you think. This is a hot topic. And yeah, I'm curious what you think and how you feel, and let's have a discussion. All right, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.